The world is watching West Asia with growing concern. Today, January 29, 2026, US-Iran tensions are at a breaking point. Both sides are making military moves, preparing for a possible conflict. The region is on edge, with warnings, drills, and powerful weapons on display. This is no longer just rhetoric, it's a dangerous military standoff. Iran faces internal turmoil, economic collapse, mass protests, and a brutal government crackdown. Thousands have died, fueling Tehran's aggression abroad as it tries to project strength. The US has responded with a major military buildup, raising alert levels and sending forces to the region. President Trump has demanded military options, signaling a willingness to strike. Washington's message: any Iranian aggression will be met with overwhelming force, but this strategy risks miscalculation. A single spark could ignite a full-scale war. Iran's military leaders are vowing a painful response to any attack. The US is deploying its most powerful warships to Iran's doorstep. Both sides are digging in, unwilling to back down. Neighboring countries fear being caught in the crossfire. The entire region is a powder keg, and the world is holding its breath. Diplomacy seems distant as the threat of war grows. The stakes are global. Energy, security, and countless lives hang in the balance. Every move now could tip the scales toward catastrophe. The drums of war are beating louder than ever. The US is not just talking, it's acting. The USS Abraham Lincoln, a massive aircraft carrier, leads a strike group into the Gulf. This is no routine deployment, it's a direct message to Iran. The carrier, with its fleet of jets and thousands of sailors, shifts the military balance instantly. Protected by destroyers armed with Tomahawk missiles, this armada signals serious intent. President Trump calls it a large naval force, ready for any scenario. US officials say the deployment is defensive, meant to deter Iran and protect American interests. For 2 weeks, US forces have been on high alert. The Pentagon is preparing for every possibility. The arrival of the carrier group is a major escalation. Iran sees this as a direct threat, raising the risk of preemptive action or defiance. For the US, it's a calculated risk: show strength, hope for de-escalation. But in this tense environment, deterrence can quickly become provocation. The Gulf is now a flashpoint. One wrong move could trigger disaster. The world watches as the American armada makes the waters more dangerous than ever. Both sides are testing each other's resolve. The line between peace and war has never been thinner. Every maneuver is fraught with risk. The stakes could not be higher. Iran is answering US pressure with its own show of force. The armed forces, including the IRGC, are on high alert. Commanders warn they're ready for immediate combat. Iran's leaders promise a painful response to any attack. To prove their readiness, Iran broadcast a live drone showcase on state TV. Advanced drones like the Shahed 129, 191 and 136 were displayed, signaling technological progress. A masked man delivered a chilling warning to Israel. In Hebrew, "We are closer than you think." Iran is making it clear it's prepared for conflict with both the US and its regional allies. The combination of military readiness, public threats, and advanced weaponry shows a nation defiant and confident. Iran wants the world to know it won't be intimidated. The message is unmistakable. Iran is ready for war on multiple fronts. The region is bracing for what could come next. The stakes are rising with every broadcast and every threat. Iran's kamikaze drones, especially the Shahed 136, are changing modern warfare. These loitering munitions can circle for hours, then dive into targets on command. The Shahed 136 is simple, but deadly, 3.5 meters long, with a range up to 2,500 kilometers. Its buzzing engine has earned it the nickname "lawnmower of the battlefield." The real threat is in numbers. Iran can launch swarms, overwhelming even advanced air defenses. Defenders may shoot down a few, but stopping them all is nearly impossible. These drones can strike cities, power plants, and military bases with devastating effect. Cost is another advantage. Each drone costs $20,000, $50,000, far less than the missiles used to intercept them. This cost-effectiveness makes them a game-changer. Iran's strategy is to saturate defenses and ensure some drones get through. The Shahed 136 is now a feared weapon across the region. Its impact is felt far beyond Iran's borders. The age of cheap mass-produced kamikaze drones has arrived. The world's militaries are taking notice. Iran's drones have proven their power on the battlefields of Ukraine, Russia has launched tens of thousands of Shahed drones, causing mass casualties and destruction. These drones have targeted power stations, cities, and civilian infrastructure. Iran also supplies its drones to allies and proxies across West Asia, striking Israel, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and more. The 2021 attack on the Mercer Street vessel showed their threat to international shipping. The West has taken notice. The US and others are now copying Iran's designs. The US military has deployed its own Shahed-style Lucas drones to the Middle East. American companies are racing to mass-produce cheap, expendable drones. This marks a major shift in military strategy, learning from Iran's success. The simple Kamikaze drone is now a must-have weapon for modern armies. The arms race for cheap, effective drones is on. Iran's influence on global warfare is undeniable. The battlefield has changed forever. Iran is safeguarding its drone arsenal in secret underground bases. Deep inside mountains like the Zagros, bases such as Eagle 44 can survive massive airstrikes. These facilities store, prepare, and launch drones from hidden bunkers, making them hard to destroy. Even if surface bases are hit, Iran can keep launching attacks from underground. This gives Iran both defensive and offensive depth. Iran is also advancing its drone technology. The new Shahed 238 is jet-powered, faster, and flies higher than its predecessor. It's harder to detect and intercept, changing the game for defenders. Variants include advanced guidance systems. Some can hunt moving targets or enemy radar. Iran's drone program is evolving rapidly, staying ahead of defenses. The world is watching as Iran innovates in real time. The next generation of drones is already here. The arms race is accelerating underground and in the skies. A US-Iran conflict would shake the world far beyond the battlefield. The Strait of Hormuz, next to Iran, is a choke point for global oil. Any disruption would send prices soaring. Iran has threatened to close the strait if attacked, and recent drills show it's preparing for that scenario. Iran's network of allies, the axis of resistance, could open new fronts, targeting US forces and Israel. Groups like Hezbollah and Kataib Hezbollah have vowed to join the fight if war breaks out. This could turn a bilateral conflict into a regional war. Meanwhile, Iran faces massive internal unrest, protests, economic collapse, and a brutal crackdown. Some believe the regime might provoke conflict to distract from domestic crises. Others argue it's too embattled at home to risk war. The world is watching a volatile mixed military buildup, advanced drones, regional alliances, and internal chaos. Every factor adds risk and complexity. A single miscalculation could trigger a global crisis. The path to peace is narrow and uncertain. The stakes, energy security, and countless lives could not be higher. The drums of war echo across the region, and the world waits for what comes next.